Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 74 of Power Up.
7!
Wow, he brought the thunder today. This is your favorite superhero show, and it's our favorite superhero show to do for you. My name is Zimmer, otherwise known as the Beast and Jay, and with me, as always, is my faithful sidekick and co-host, now at 23 years old, the birthday boy, Gregory Berger.
Birthday, I can cry if I want to. It's my birthday.
Boo, 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 boo. Happy birthday, Greg.
Thank you, sir. That was the best introduction I've ever had on the show.
You guys can catch the show at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on yubtub.com/the Level Up Network. You can go there, subscribe, or for audio versions, go to soundcloud.com/the Level Up Network.
That is YubTub, YUBTUB.com. YubTub.
And if you're stupid and you don't understand what I was doing, it's YouTube. Patreon.com is the best way to support us, so go there, patreon.com/the Level Up Network, and become a patron for just $1 or more and get all kinds of exclusive perks and goodies.
And Patreon is spelled DOG.com. COM.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we get into it...
Should we tell the kids about my announcement?
Do I know your announcement?
I don't think so.
Me neither.
Okay, here's my announcement.
Okay.
I just dropped an album.
Oh, that's fire.
So good, right?
Yeah.
Under the name, though, I had to... Just you guys, the people that watch the show will know. Under the name Harry Styles, so...
Yeah, me and Greg have a weird secret bond over Harry Styles and his music.
Dude, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I would do things to that gentleman.
I wouldn't, but I would like to listen to more of his music.
Mm-hmm. I would do both of them.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into the whole big rigmarole of the show here.
I like that word. Is that a real word?
Yeah, I don't know. I was real confident about saying yes, but I'm not that sure. This is a pretty big week. We have just a couple of things I want to talk to you guys that you're aware of it, and you can be there for everything. Yeah. Number one, Injustice 2 comes out tomorrow.
Literally
at the time of this recording. So, be on the lookout. I will be streaming Injustice 2 Tuesday, 7 p.m.
I'm gonna be there.
Eastern Standard Time. Greg will be there. His
I froze. I reload.
Yeah, you might see that happen. I should probably mention. We've been having weird problems with Skype and XSplit, as you may know. It's not really anything we can do about it right now. We're working on switching over to OBS. So it will be fixed in the future, but you just might have to bear it for a bit.
You'll just see me black out and then come back, which is not akin to my normal life.
So Injustice 2 will be streaming 7 p.m. Tuesday night to 9 p.m. We'll be playing with you guys. No story spoilers or anything like that. It's going to be all multiplayer, playing with anyone who comes. Greg will be there all night with me.
Yeah.
And then Greg will be here in person all night and all day and the day after and the day after that.
Wow.
He will be here this week, and we will have a 12-hour stream on Twitch on Sunday. We'll be playing Injustice. We'll be doing Netflix commentaries. We'll have, most importantly, what I wanted to mention, a live episode of Power Up, and that will be your episode of Power Up for that following week. So you can either catch it live or you can catch it when we archive it. Up to you.
Yeah.
I think that's
or you can, watch it both times.
And as you can see, Greg is permanently frozen here. So this may be what happens during this show. You might have to grin and bear it. I'm sorry, but something between XSplit and Skype has been a real problem.
I tried to freeze it on a better frame.
Yeah. Does
that look kind of creepy?
Yeah. It's
let me
very
try
creepy.
something else.
That looks like very thought-provoking.
That's what I was going for. Oh fuck! I'm not frozen.
Your camera's not frozen.
I never know when it's gonna freeze.
Yeah, we'll get it all figured out, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience. If you have a problem with it, please contact XSplit and tell them their program fucking sucks.
If you have a problem with it, please contact 1-800-POWER-UP.
Don't call that number.
I don't know where that will lead.
Comic Book Club. We have yet to figure out Comic Book Club. I apologize. We've been super busy.
Yeah,
and we just gotta narrow down the details. I have a feeling that once Greg is here in person and we have nothing but time to talk about shit, we'll have it sorted out.
Yeah. While we're cuddling in bed together.
Right. So sit tight on that. I apologize. We really are going to do it, and we're trying to figure it out. I'm sorry it keeps getting pushed back. Maybe by the 12-hour stream, we'll be able to make that announcement. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'd like to announce stuff.
And with all that behind us...
Did I tell you guys about my album?
You did. You mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let's get into the news.
It's time for the ba-da-ba-da-ba, oh-oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba, oh-oh, ba-da-ba-da-ba news. I felt like singing.
I have 8 stories to... Oh, no. Breaking news this morning. I have
Holy
9
fuck.
stories for you today. I know.
I flipped my table.
Number 1. Starting off in DC World.
Obviously.
After not even one full season of the DC Comics comedy Powerless, it has been canceled by NBC. Shocking. Yeah. Nobody called that. Definitely not me here on this show multiple times. Yeah. But it's happened, guys. Brace yourselves. After the final 3 episodes were completely pulled from NBC's Thursday night lineup, this news was imminent, but it is nevertheless official. So they didn't even finish the first season.
I feel bad for Vanessa Hudgens.
I don't. She should have known what she was getting into.
No, but like, you know, I just want her to succeed after High School Musical.
I feel more bad for Alan Tudyk because he seems like a pretty stand-up guy.
Oh, I like him. That's the one from Community?
Yes. No. Alan Tudyk was
he's
Pirate
the white
Steve
guy
in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
And he voices King Candy. He
he seems okay. You think he's a stand-up guy?
Yeah, dude, you should check him out. He does some stuff with Nathan Fillion.
Oh, he does like stand-up comedy?
No, he does stuff with Nathan Fillion for the Comic-Con YouTube channel. He's a show called Con Men. That's really good. He's a really good...
Oh, Comic Book Man.
No. And you should check out some of his interviews. He was on an episode of Up at Noon talking about his experience voicing K2 in Star Wars Rogue One. He's awesome. He's a cool dude.
That's cool. I mean, if I was the voice of K2, I feel like that's how you know.
I think the guy from Community's name is Danny Pudi, I want to say.
Yeah.
Also in Winter Soldier for a minute. So, yeah obviously we wish everyone the best there, but that show had doom written all over it from the get-go.
Oh my god, he was in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he was. Well, the Russo brothers directed it, and they did Community with him, so.
Do you feel like they all had a threesome in order for that to happen?
I don't think that, no. Not even a little bit.
You heard it here first, guys. Breaking news.
So, did you ever watch this? I remember you were always saying, like, oh, I'm going to give it a chance, and I was always like, bleh. So, whatever happened.
No, I didn't watch it, but I wanted to.
So, you weren't there for them, and you're the reason that this is being shut
down. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to support them. I just wanted to see what was going on over at the Powerless.
I'll tell you what, if that ever comes to Netflix, that would be a fun thing to do commentary over, because I bet you it's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Some of the episodes got, like, a 2.
Really?
And then some of the episodes got, like, an 8.
Jeez.
So I just didn't know how to range the show.
I smelled that one from a mile away.
My poop?
Mm-hmm. It looked very bad.
I take big poops.
And it was, apparently. That seems like to have pulled the final 3 episodes and not even let people that did like it finish the season.
Yeah, that's sad.
Kind of sucks.
I'm assuming the way that it's written, where they said that they pulled the last 3 episodes, that they had them filmed.
Yeah, I would think so. And if they did,
I mean, I guess it cost them money to air it, but like,
if they did, that sucks too. For the actors who worked, think about how often that happens, though. Movies that get canceled. I wonder if you get paid
time and a half for that.
No, I don't think so. Hollywood is rough, dude. They just leave. They just throw you to the wolves. But think about that. Like the actors that lose money from when movies get canceled and they're halfway through shooting and games get canceled.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm gonna start crying.
It sucks.
I feel like if you're not famous, then you're fucked.
No, if you're not famous, you're probably okay.
But I mean, as an actor.
Oh, like if you're an actor and you're like not like.
Like if you're like Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin's probably okay. She does a lot, I think. I don't like her personally, but I think she does a lot.
Kathy Griffin?
Yeah, I think she like writes books and things like that.
This show will not support Kathy Griffin's actions.
No, I would 100% back you on that. I do not support Kathy Griffin's.
Disclaimer: Power Up does not support Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, but that sucks.
We do support Fran Drescher. Similar accents.
I would like to put out there to anyone from the DC television or NBC universe. Think before you fucking make these shows. You knew this shit was going to be subpar. The premise of it is stupid. If you want to make a fucking DC show on NBC, make a DC show on NBC. You know what I mean? Like, don't take these
Like,
fucking half measures. Stupid.
What would you want them to do a show about?
I don't know, dude. There's so many awesome characters in the DC universe. Like how about if you wanted to do a Constantine show, care about it.
Yeah.
Because the fans did, and obviously they wanted it, but it didn't do what they wanted to do because they didn't care about it. They didn't take it seriously because they thought, well, it's a superhero show, whatever. So, you know, things can work. Agents of fucking S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a story down the line, just got a season 5.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because while I don't think it's good, Marvel and ABC and consequentially Disney cares. So
I like Disney.
Disney's fucking awesome.
You're fucking awesome.
Speaking of DC television shows, number 2.
This one is confusing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DC Comics' new CW series, Black Lightning, has been ordered for a full first season.
I can't keep doing this.
I'm not going to do it at all.
I can't.
Are you going to watch? Are you going to try?
Oh my God. The only way I'll try to watch the show is if they're like, he's going to cross over into the other series too.
Really?
I need that announcement.
I mean, he will. For sure.
I don't know if he will.
He will.
Is this just like a 50-year-old Static Shock? Like, I just need to know what the fuck the show is.
Yeah, basically.
I love the shit out of Static Shock.
I just couldn't care any less, dude. CW and this DC CW universe has totally... Man, like, what a complete, like, 180 they have put me through. I loved all of this.
Legends is phenomenal. Supergirl is up there. Flash is still solid. Arrow is actually doing pretty well this season. We have one more episode and then the finale.
I believe Flash this season has definitely been at its worst. It's still pretty good though. They have. Are you current on the Flash?
Yes.
The big like villain reveal was like, come on.
Subpar, yeah.
Like, it's got its problems this season for sure. I believe though that they're going to come back hearing this criticism, and I think next season's going to be back with it. I think next season's going to be great.
I feel like next season is going to be what season 3 should have been.
I agree. That said, that's the only one.
There's so many
like,
opportunities set up though in this season, and they just didn't take them. I felt
this whole.
They should have doubled down on Dr. Snow.
The whole. I agree. The whole like Savitar thing has been so uninteresting from the get-go, in my opinion.
I just don't give a fuck about it.
I'm over this, like, oh, let's shoehorn a different villain every week. Oh, let's have one big mastermind for him to chase through the whole season. You're not going to find out who it is until the end. It's always the same. It's going to be a reveal of somebody we know. Like,
it's always a speedster.
Always the same.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely over that. And with that said, Flash is the only show that I care about at all. I'm totally done with Arrow. Didn't even watch. I watched the first episode of this season. I was like, nope, I can't. I have too much other cool shit to watch and lots to do, and I just can't. Legends of Tomorrow, when I think about watching it, I get bored. Supergirl, I just didn't like enough at all.
I love Supergirl.
So, like, these CW shows, I'm pretty much out. I'm over it. I like The Flash, and I tune into that every week still. But other than that, no. I'm definitely not going to fucking watch Black Lightning. Because if you wanted to do an African-American superhero, like, why not pick one of your fucking cool ones?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But Dean, Black Lightning, his daughters are rising up with the gangs. He's got to go back in. He's got to put back on the mask.
Jesus Christ.
That's literally the premise of the show.
Will you watch an episode of the show?
Probably.
I'm not gonna. So let us know what you think about it.
Okay.
I just can't anymore. You know?
Yeah, I like that they're all coming to Netflix because then I just binge watch them. That's how I caught up on Legends.
Do you think they will continue to come to Netflix for much longer, or do you think they're going to pull it and move them to their DC streaming service?
Oh, that would be sad. I don't want to deal with another streaming service. I can't. I can't.
I don't either, but I feel like that's inevitable. They're not going to keep them on Netflix if they have them on their streaming service. That's like directly competing with
I don't know.
themselves.
They just signed their deal because they pulled them off Hulu. I used to watch them all on Hulu, and then they pulled them to Netflix. So now I have to wait till the whole season releases. I can't watch them weekly anymore, which I hate.
But that's coming out in 2018. I mean, I will not be surprised if everything gets pulled from Netflix. I feel like that's the logical thing for them to do.
But then again, I'll be watching the DC live streaming service for the Teen Titans show. So, Teen Titans, 1, 2, 3, 4, go.
Maybe it would be great if you could use like multiple TVs like you can with Netflix. And if that's the case, I would split a DC subscription with you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if you can use like multiple devices on one subscription as you can
Or
on
like
Netflix.
how Netflix does like sign into whatever.
I would go halfsies with you on the DC streaming service.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Number 3. According to the
depending
Hollywood...
on how much it is too. What if they're like, oh my god, it's $70?
Yeah, fuck that. But we'll see, I guess. Then I'm just gonna torrent that shit and send you the files.
Retweet.
Number 3. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Wonder Woman is currently tracking for a $65 million opening. Given that we're still a couple of weeks out from the film's release, these numbers are very likely to fluctuate, probably in a significant way that will favor them. But if the $65 million opening sticks, that would be the lowest opening for a DC Extended Universe feature film, but would still put it ahead of DC's other films, including The Watchmen, Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, and the Lego Batman movie. So, not great. Probably not what they wanted. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think it's... People are seeing Wonder Woman. They're not allowed to say anything. Not anything yet. I know the one guy... Jim Vejvoda from IGN saw it and he tweeted out, "I just saw Wonder Woman, period." And that is literally all they will let me say about it. So all they're able to say is that they saw it. I think that the previews are this early is a good thing. Like people were seeing it like early last week, which is a good 3 weeks ahead. Which to me would say they're probably pretty confident in the film.
Why would you even tweet that part out though?
Well, yeah, I don't know. If you can't say anything about it, why bother, I guess?
Because now people are going to respond and be like, what the fuck did you think? Right. Blah, blah, blah. I would be so annoyed.
Yeah, you're right. I would probably just not say anything, honestly.
Yeah, but we're smart people. So.
That's true. We are pretty smart.
You mostly, but you teach me.
You're a smart boy. You're a very smart boy. Yeah, I mean, this has time, but that's not great. And I don't think it's a testament to the film. I think it's people... just
being down on DC,
being a little more cautious. Yeah, I think they're more aware of what's going on than DC realizes. And
here's my prediction for this film.
What do you got?
I feel like opening weekend it probably doesn't do bonkers, but it doesn't do terrible. Then I feel like the weekend after, because I think it's gonna review pretty positive, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Wonder Woman's actually good," are gonna go see it the next weekend.
I think we're gonna see some 7s, some 7.5s, which is solid, and I think what they need.
Yeah, they need a good 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because all they've had so far is 5s, if that.
If this does track, I'm going to say this increases by maybe 10 million, 75 to $80 million opening.
I'm going to say 90 to 100.
You think that much? If this does stick around this area, I will have so far nailed every one of these in our box office showdown.
Yeah, me too.
I'm killing it, dude.
Me too.
Killing it.
Me as well.
You're not. You're losing. I don't have my laptop, so I can't look it up, but you are losing for sure. We'll go over the box office showdown on the live stream.
When did we come up with the box office showdown?
Remember, I made the whole spreadsheet and we gave our predictions.
No, I know that, but when did the name come about?
Oh, like 2 seconds ago when I just first said it.
Oh, okay, that's I didn't know. I'm like, have we always called it that? I like it.
No, it's just what happened.
The box office showdown.
I hope this is good. That latest trailer looks really cool. It showed like
the long one?
lot. Yeah, it was super. Yeah. That felt like it was 5 minutes long.
Yeah, it did. But I loved
During the MTV Movie Awards was that, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Everything that showed, I was like, holy shit, this looks really cool. And they didn't show...
the villain.
What the fuck? It's God of War. It's killing me. I just totally lost.
Kratos.
No, you asshole. Fuck. Look it up for me. It's going to kill me.
What? I don't even know what you're trying to look up.
Wonder Woman's, like, arch nemesis, the God of War. What is his name?
Oh, Ares.
Ares. Is it Ares?
That's her dad.
Is it?
Yeah. He fucks Hippolyta. What's the... not Hippolyta. What's her mom's name?
Isn't she her stepmother?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Ares is her dad.
Really?
Yeah, because she's born of a god and Amazon. She's half Amazon, half god.
I thought Zeus.
That's why she's
Zeus
like so powerful. Well, Zeus is everyone's dad.
But in the Injustice comic,
Zeus is fucking man.
In the Injustice comic, it specifically mentioned that her mother like kind of like resents her because Zeus was her father and she's not her mother. Right? I feel like
I'm looking this up. How do you spell parentage? No, I spelled it right. We're good. This is nerve-wracking.
I'm pretty sure it's Zeus, dude. I do not think...
Yeah, Hippolyta is her mom.
Okay.
That's the Amazon. I don't want to know more about Hippolyta. I want to know more about...
Wonder Woman is a fictional superhero appearing in American comic books published by DC as the biological daughter of Hippolyta and Zeus. She has inherited some of her father's powers, which are held in check
So why
by
is she
wearing
so
her
mad at
magic.
Ares?
I don't know, because Ares is a fucking dick.
No, Ares has some involvement in her birthing.
I don't know. But Zeus is definitely her dad. That's what I thought.
Diana is the daughter of Queen Hippolyta, the first child born on Paradise Island in the 3,000-year history that the immortal Amazons live there. The Amazons have been created around 1200 BC with the Greek goddesses, drew forth the souls of all women who had been murdered by men and placed them on the island. Well, this is fucking terrifying. One soul was held back from creation, the one that would be born as Diana. That soul originally belonged to the unborn daughter of the first woman murdered by a man, whom Hippolyta was in the reincarnation of. In the late 20th century, Hippolyta was instructed to mold some clay from the shores of Paradise Island and to form the baby girl. 6 members of the Greek pantheon then bonded the soul to clay, giving it life. Oh, so she kind of really doesn't have a dad.
Zeus is her dad.
Each of the 6 parts of the clay that crafted Diana were made up of Demeter, great strength, Athena, wisdom and courage, Artemis, a hunter's heart and a communion with animals, Aphrodite, beauty and a loving heart, Hestesia?
I don't know, but everything I'm reading here has, especially in the New 52, which is what this current cinematic universe seems to be based off of, Zeus is her father, for sure.
Oh. So is Ares just like her arch nemesis?
I'm sure, yeah. Your camera froze, by the way. But, yes.
Such a great picture.
They'll definitely tell you why she's pissed off at Ares. I mean, why is fucking any of these superheroes pissed off at any of these villains? There's all
he's the god of war, but I thought he was her dad or like her family or something. Or he's trying to have sex with her mom.
Hey, I'm not the DC guy here. You're looking not great. You should know who Wonder Woman's father is, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I always knew that she was like part of the gods, and Zeus is everyone's dad. Like Zeus literally fucks everybody.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Zeus is fucked up.
Well, that's why that's why the one mother, like, it's not her actual mother, it wasn't Hippolyta, but the one mother in Injustice, like, super resents her because she is like currently married to Zeus and she's not her mother, and she's like pissed off because she hates Hippolyta, who is Wonder Woman's mother, so she like takes it out on Wonder Woman.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I don't know what happened to my mouse. It's just not working.
That's my favorite.
I don't know what happened to it.
I just found a really cool comic book cover of Wonder Woman, but dressed up like the Joker with green hair and a purple jacket.
That is pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue researching what Ares' connection to her is, because I know there's something about him trying to fuck somebody.
Okay, I'm going to continue with the show.
I read a comic.
Moving on to... Not this. This is out of order. Some interstitial news. Turns out... Number 4. Turns out a Hellboy film is alive and well. Though not in line with Guillermo del Toro's series, Neil Marshall is set to direct a reboot of the franchise with David Harbour, who you may know as the sheriff on Stranger Things, starring as the titular hero, Hellboy. The film is going to be R-rated, with more news to come. What do you think about that?
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm into this.
I like the sheriff guy.
Me too. David Harbour is really good. A lot of people upset that Ron Perlman's not going to be in this. I welcome this new interpretation, personally.
Was Ron Perlman the voice of Mr. Krabs?
No, Clancy Brown was the voice of Mr. Krabs, but
that's who I always get confused with.
Easily confusable.
Clancy Brown is the guy from Daredevil.
Who would he have been in Daredevil?
The one that Karen's like researching about, and she's thinking he's helping him, and then he turns psycho.
Yes.
At the end.
Yep. That's exactly who that is.
That's Clancy Brown or Ron Perlman?
That's Clancy Brown.
Okay,
Ron Perlman is from that.
What else do I know Ron Perlman from?
Oh, lots of stuff. He was in most recently Sons of Anarchy. He was like one of the main guys in that.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if you've seen Hellboy, like, not to be mean, like, that's pretty much what he looks like. Without the red makeup on, like, he's got this really low hanging eyebrow.
Yeah, he has a similar voice, though, to Clancy Brown.
Yes, yeah, both very deep and gravelly.
Like, they're both like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So he was great as Hellboy. I'm not a huge Hellboy fan, but a lot of people really loved him.
Yeah, I'm not like attached to it, so like I just don't get why this Ron Perlman thing is going on. Like there was literally a hashtag on Twitter that was like bring back Perlman. I'm like figure yourselves out
I get
because
it.
I just don't think he's that attached to the franchise.
I think,
especially because those movies weren't that good.
Well, to you and I, people really like them though. I never read Hellboy.
But do they like them
comics.
because they're the only Hellboy iterations out, or do they like them because they're good
That's
movies?
a good question. I think that's a totally fair question. I don't know. I never read the Hellboy books, so I'm not really sure what to expect or what they expected, but they were happy with it. I know that. And they liked Ron Perlman.
Ares is based on the Greek god of the same name. He's most often depicted as one of Wonder Woman's arch antagonists. His first appearance was in Wonder Woman #1. And his modern incarnation was first created in the DC universe by George Perez through whatever. He plagued Wonder Woman for decades across all of her comic storylines, also spanning over a relationship with her mother.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what mother that is. Like, is that the real mother or is that the wrong mother?
I don't know, but he could have a relationship with her mother without being her father. You know what I mean?
Oh, so maybe he's just like the stepdad.
Just like getting it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's just fucking bitches.
I'm excited for that movie.
Yes, me as well. I'm happy we discovered it because I didn't know if he was her dad, and like she found out that.
Yeah.
I knew he had some connection to fucking her mom though.
I'm glad we figure out who Ares and who fucking Hippolyta are sleeping with at night.
Yeah. That was gonna bug me.
I am honest, genuinely, I am excited to see that movie. Against all better judgment, I am excited. I really love Gal Gadot, and I'm really excited to see what she does in that movie.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Is Ares the villain?
Yeah, we actually see him in that trailer. We see the actor playing him, the dude from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Quickly.
But he's like the main villain.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because his first appearance in comics is when Steve Trevor's plane crashes, and then he crashes to Paradise Island, and then Wonder Woman and him are like talking about shit, and he's like, "Oh my god, like United States and Russia are in the Cold War currently," and then she's like, "Oh my god, the God of War is coming here to fuck us all up."
Yeah.
But like he's like the start of, like his fuel for anger and war drives the Cold War.
Well, I think
with the story,
that's
which I think is really cool.
It's super cool, and I think that is kind of I'm predicting is going to be the situation here. That's why she's at the war. You know what I mean? I think Ares has provoked the war that Steve Trevor is fighting in. So when we see that on the battlefield, I think she's like taking out militia on her way. But while the soldiers are fighting, I think she's going for Ares there.
That's what I was thinking.
Which is it's a
like
it's
when
cool
the scene
premise.
where she takes flight. You mean, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a cool premise. The fact that like there is a war happening and it's directly provoked by the God of War who's present, whether they can see him or not, you know.
Yeah.
But
she'll be able to. I feel that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I am really excited to see that movie. Anyway, Hellboy. I'm excited about it. I think that's a perfect film to get an R-rated treatment. I think they've been really smart so far about where they place these R-rated kind of superhero-esque films, you know? So far, it's been really appropriate. Logan, Deadpool, and then Hellboy, those are all
Logan
ones...
was my favorite thing that ever happened. That was so good.
But those are all films that's what...
This is my
used.
problem, though. I was talking about Logan with my friend, and I was like, how did you like the film? And he's like, I thought it was fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, me too. He's like, but super sad, though. Like, we literally said goodbye to Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why I went to go see it, because it was the last X-Men movie. I haven't seen X-Men in so long. And I'm like, little does he know they're still making Apocalypse and all that fucking storyline. But regardless of all that, I wonder if saying goodbye to Hugh Jackman was why that emotional moment resonated so well. Like, if you had a different iteration of Wolverine, it definitely wouldn't have succeeded as well as it did, I don't think.
We'll never know.
I know.
We'll never know. That's an interesting...
Isn't that a crazy point, though?
Yeah, that's an interesting theory. But so then what's your premise? I mean, no, that doesn't make sense, really.
What do you mean?
Well, because if that's the moment...
Well, we've seen Cyclops, Storm, Jean now, all different iterations of these characters, but Hugh Jackman has been the one through line throughout this all. So now he's been this character for how many years?
Yeah.
So because there was no second iteration to Wolverine and it was Hugh Jackman, were people sad because it was saying goodbye to Logan, or were people sad because we were saying goodbye to Hugh Jackman?
I think it's both. I mean,
yeah, but I'm saying to the success of the film, I don't know if it would have been unsuccessful if this wasn't his last movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I will never know that.
Yes and no, because he I don't know. There's no other way to do it. Like, if you're going to kill off a character, then the actor playing that character consequently must go as well. You know what I mean? There's no way to do that story. They would have had to do a different story if they didn't want to kill him off.
That's fair.
Or change what they wrote at the very least. You know, so I don't know. Yeah, obviously, if you have different actors taking up this mantle a whole bunch, and then you kill off the character, it's obviously not going to be as.
Oh, spoilers for Logan.
Well, yeah. Well, come on. Everyone's seen it, I think, by now.
Yeah.
But if you we should have said spoilers though. Good call.
I didn't realize that until what happened. We never really said what happened though, did we?
I just did before you said spoilers. I'll put up a thing in text. It'll be fun.
I just don't want to be those assholes.
Yeah, I'll put something up. Thank you. That's okay though. But yeah, I think you would need the same person obviously to play that character if you want it to mean something when they die. Yeah, I would agree with that. But
he was really the first person to do that though. You know what I mean? Like before him, like now we have Tony and now we have like RDJ filling that mantle or Chris Evans in Cap's role. But like I get sad and emotional thinking about them leaving those roles. But I don't know if it's because I'm like sad about them leaving that role or if it's me like saying goodbye to that character in that storyline in that franchise. Because at the end of the day, if Hugh Jackman wanted to keep playing like Wolverine, it wouldn't have been his last movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like fuck. Like I have to say goodbye to Hugh.
Well,
but, like,
I can
there
answer.
There will eventually be another Wolverine. I bet you anything.
Yeah, there definitely will be.
Yeah.
And
I hope Laura's doing okay.
I mean, I think it's a testament to the character and the way it's written. But yeah, you definitely need to have the same person playing it if you want to get up to that point where people care when they go. But to kind of answer it, I would say, okay, Robert Downey Jr. is pretty much Robert Downey Jr. in every movie. He is Iron Man. Like Tony Stark and who he is in real life are pretty close. Yeah. So when you see him in other films, it's kind of the same character.
Yeah, true.
However,
he's like a Jeff Goldblum.
When I have gone and seen Robert Downey's other films since him playing Tony Stark, I've never been that invested. When I see Iron Man and I think of him dying, I get way more broken up about it than I ever would seeing Robert Downey Jr. finish any other franchise. So
yeah,
I would say it's definitely you need the same person to play the part, but for me it's the character and who that. I mean, the actor and the character are synonymous, but I think it's more so that character that they have built their
established
personality to be a part of, rather than we're not going to see that actor anymore, because you'll see them in all kinds of stuff.
I would like to watch a movie recently. I wish they did another project, all of them, where they died in another movie, just to see how that would emotionally resonate with me.
Don't worry, it's coming. I wouldn't want them to do that, because then when it does happen, it'll be it'll have taken something away from that moment.
What do you mean? If Chris Evans did a completely different film about him having cancer and dying or something.
Yeah.
If he did that movie, I would want to see if he dies in the Avengers film, if that what difference I have in.
Oh, I can tell you 1,000%. I would not be as affected as I would be if Cap died in Avengers.
That's my point. Oh no, I guess you answered my question. Yeah, then. Perfect.
Yeah. So it's hard because they're symbiotic, but
yeah,
for me it's the character. Point. Once you put that uniform on and that mask on,
you become them.
It's like you're Captain America to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there any hero so far that has put on the mask where you've been like, no?
Oh yeah, Christian Bale as Batman.
No, I meant from Marvel.
For Marvel,
currently in our universe that we have, is there anybody that you're like, no?
No.
Mine's Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's.
I mean, she's getting better as the films go on, better. but I wish they pick somebody totally different.
Yeah, she is getting better, but that is 100%. I agree with you. That
you know who would have been perfect for Scarlet Witch?
Anybody.
Olivia Wilde.
Yep, she would have been. You're right. A little too old though. For not.
Well, Vision's old as fuck.
Not Scarlet Witch, but the character that they're painting in this universe is supposed to be kind of.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a young,
naive.
Yeah, true.
But
because she's the second tier.
If it was the Scarlet Witch from the comics, I think Olivia Wilde would have been perfect.
I want Olivia Wilde to play Zatanna.
I think they should have got a no name for Scarlet Witch personally, but Yeah, that would be mine. I totally forgot about her. Yeah, I 100%. I've said that before as well. I don't really like the Olsen girl as Scarlet Witch.
Elizabeth.
Is that her name, Elizabeth? She's getting better, to her credit.
Yeah.
Number...
From the first movie. In Soviet Russia,
yeah.
I'm Scarlet Witch. I'm like...
There's so many bad lines that she had in that movie. I want the big one. It's just like the most double entendre filled line.
I feel like we should watch that when I come.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Number 5, quick one that we already pretty much mentioned. Producer Marissa Tancharoen confirmed via Twitter that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow, lofty.
is confirmed for a 5th season. Figured I'd throw that in there. If you care, I'm happy for you. They got that Ghost Rider coming back around. People like that. Sorry, I didn't watch the show. I can't. Really
I can't talk to it because I don't know what's going on over there.
I watched the first.
I thought Agent Coulson died and now he's alive again. And I still don't know how that happened. So
let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, he was dead.
When do you think? Like, are they just never going to bring him back to the cinematic universe?
I feel like they can't now because now he's the face of the TV show. If they take him out of the TV show, I feel like they take away the television show.
I mean, just for they can have him do a movie and then go back to the TV show.
What do they say?
I mean, he's alive.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, actually, that could make for a great, like, comedic moment if he just shows up and all the Avengers just stop what they're doing and they're just like, "What the fuck?"
Is Maria still kicking about?
Yeah, Maria's out there.
I like Maria. I like the actress who plays Maria.
I do not.
She's from How I Met Your Mother.
I know. She grew on me from Avengers 1. I liked her a lot more in Winter Soldier, but I still am not that crazy about her.
Yeah, she was good in Winter Soldier. You know how I'm excited about? Agent 13. I want to know where the fuck she fits into this new movie.
I couldn't care less about her.
I love her. She's from Revenge.
But...
Emily Vandekamp.
What were we talking about? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, so Nick Fury knows that Coulson's alive.
Yeah.
But he hasn't said anything to anybody.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's not that important in the grand scheme of things.
It's according to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's the reason the Avengers became the Avengers. So it's kind of fucking important, I feel like.
Yeah, but like
I just watched it yesterday and I was like,
they're like, "Oh, by the way, guys, Phil's alive."
I mean, like I said, they've rested a lot of chips on that moment when he dies. Like that's what gave them the final push to be like, "Okay, we got to fucking stop fucking around cuz people are dying." So, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of an important thing for them to know.
I like the comedic moment aspect of it.
I think if they do it, I could definitely see them doing it in the final film of this cast. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
bring them all back together.
Whatever the last, like, Avengers is, I can see him coming in and being like, oh, yeah, I'm alive, by the way.
What is the reasoning why he's alive?
Nick Fury had some kind of, like, crazy machine on an island that was able to, like, resuscitate him. Or just like reanimate his corpse. He's like pretty much like zombie Coulson, but like normal. I don't know. I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. up until
I watched some of the episodes and I remember them explaining it, but I just don't.
I'm trying to think.
Understand.
It was when Winter Soldier was coming out.
Yeah.
And I watched up until
with the Hydra review.
Yeah,
right?
I watched up until they did that whole plot line on the show. I watched a couple episodes of that. I think like maybe 6 episodes total, and then I was like, yeah.
That was a cool idea, though.
Absolutely. And then I was out of there. Once I realized, like, oh, no Avengers are ever showing up on the show. Yeah. I was like, all right, time to go.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider looks cool. I hope they stop fucking around with him on there and bring him to Netflix, though.
Yes, dude, that would be so good.
I
want a big flaming skull on my Netflix.
I can do that for you any day.
What?
I'll just put it right up. Don't worry about it. I got it under control. Number 6, I think, because these are all backwards, right? Wait.
Yeah.
This was number 4.
We skipped 1. We skipped number 4.
That's right. So that would be then that's number 6, and then we're back on track. Mm-hmm. After a $145 million opening, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has reached $630 million worldwide.
Proud of them. They deserve it.
We haven't really talked about it, and I wasn't able to do a react because I saw it so late, but I fucking loved Guardians 2.
So good.
So fucking good. Way better than the first, in my opinion. I know that may be an unpopular opinion. I'm not sure. I liked it way better than the first one. I thought it was fucking great. Greg, you liked it as well?
Yes, liked it better than the first movie. Both of them weren't phenomenal for me. I gave them both 4s out of 5. Nothing. They weren't like perfect movies. I feel like some of the scenes in both films just are a little too slow for me, or they're trying to get me too emotionally invested. But the scenes where they are the Guardians, like where they're interacting with each other, are my favorite moments. Baby Groot's just the fucking man.
It was the perfect sequel to
And then
a
the
comic
whole
book movie for
end
me.
credit sequence, no idea what the fuck any of that means.
Oh, I could tell you after this. I know it. I know all.
Yeah, I liked the teenage Groot moment though. That was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
No, you're good. That's been going around. We won't spoil anything else though. There were a lot of moments in it where I was like, "This is perfect." The way some of these characters react to certain situations, I'm like, "That's what I would do." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Particularly, no spoilers. Don't worry. Star-Lord's reaction to the big reveal.
Yes.
I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done." So in a lot of ways,
That was crazy. I didn't expect that
me
to
neither.
happen.
But
I was like, fuck, dude.
this is like a perfect comic book sequel for me. I was like, this is exactly what you open the movie. It's only been a few months. The Guardians are the Guardians. We're getting into some
I
other
like that they
crazy
didn't
big
try
adventures.
to like reintroduce them.
No.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what I
Like a
mean,
lot of
like-
sequels try to like be the first movie, and then like halfway through the movie they're like, oh,
Yep.
and by the way, this is the sequel.
But this
like
was
this
all
movie
new.
was just like you jumped right back
And
in.
it was a new story. It was a new story with those old characters, provided more, like way more character development and depth to them, I think. I really loved this one. The first one, I would agree with you. I didn't think it was phenomenal, but I thought it was great. I really loved that movie. I thought this movie was excellent. I was a
When do you
big
think we
fan.
see them again?
Actually, we will see them in Infinity War before Guardians 3, and that will have been 4 years later. So these movies are technically prequels to the MCU as we know it. James Gunn has said that as we see the Guardians get together for the first time in Guardians 1, and then Guardians 2 is just about 4 months after the first movie.
So Guardians 2 is probably like more in line with like Avengers 1.
Yes, about.
And now all that other
so
shit
then when
happened.
we see them
Gotcha. So that's why Groot's gonna be big again.
Right. And by the time we get to Infinity War, the Guardians will have been the Guardians for 4 or 5 years at that point. So we're going to be jumping ahead. So which is really interesting because like that's crazy. We're seeing them in like their first adventures in these first 2 movies. So then I'm really curious to see what everyone's up to and what they're doing all the way flash forward to the current timeline. And then Guardians 3.
You don't think we see them at the end of like Thor Ragnarok or anything?
Oh, cameos, sure, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, maybe at the end of Thor Ragnarok. Because
I feel like that's so long to see them again now.
Yeah, I mean cameos they could definitely pop up.
You know what I had an itch to watch the other day?
What?
Ant-Man.
I always have an itch to watch Marvel.
I'm
movies.
excited to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Me too.
I'm really excited for Evangeline Lilly to become the Wasp.
But Infinity War is not that far away.
Is she in that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Infinity War is 2018, so that's not that long of a wait to see them again. That's next year.
I think it's sad.
It's a 1
I
year
just like
away.
them so much. When I watched Guardians Volume 2, I was like, wow, I feel like I haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah, well, Guardians came out.
Whereas,
a while
like, I
ago.
watch Captain America films, and I'm like, oh, there's my boy.
Yeah, well, he's in. It's different. He's in all these interstitial movies and Avengers films and things like that.
Dude, you know what's my favorite upcoming Marvel film?
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out in 2014, so that was 3.5 years ago.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what movie I'm most excited for from Marvel?
What?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I am very excited for Captain Marvel.
I need that to be in my life.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It sure is.
I just love her so much.
But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn recently confirmed, will be after both Avengers movies.
Wow.
So, but I would imagine they're going to be in Infinity War 1, and then, as Zoe Saldana slipped up with, Gauntlet they'll be in, or whatever that winds up being titled. So they'll be in both of those.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to be at that point.
But anyway, to finish off this story, this positions the sequel comfortably ahead the lifetime goals of all of Marvel's Phase 1 films, which would be, Iron Man 1, Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger.
The Hulk, if you consider that. That's so...
Yeah, the Hulk. Not Avengers, obviously.
Yeah.
That was made like billions. As well as Ant-Man and Iron Man 2. Guardians.
Who played the Hulk in the Hulk that's canon? Ed Norton?
Yes.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's a shame. I would have liked to see Mark Ruffalo get his own solo turn as the Hulk.
I know.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 earned a lifetime total of $773 million globally, so that's pretty impressive. This movie's only been out for 2 weeks, and it's already nipping at the heels of the lifetime total of the first one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty cool. Good for them. Good for James Gunn.
Baby Groot's the fucking dude.
He's the best. He likes my tweet on Twitter, and that's all that matters.
Yes, that did happen.
That actually did happen, yeah.
I wasn't there in person, but I was there for the looking at it.
He also tweeted recently that he just recorded the commentary for the Blu-ray for Volume 2.
I love James Gunn.
He's fucking awesome, dude. I love him as well.
If you've never seen an interview with James Gunn, like, he's such a fucking cool dude.
Yep.
Super out there, super different, and super funny.
I'm a fan of his, like, outside of
Guardians of the Galaxy is such a perfect project for him, I feel.
100%. His other films are great. James Gunn is he's a good writer, he's a good director.
I like him a lot.
You guys should all follow him on Twitter. He's really interesting. He gives you a lot of cool tidbits.
Shout out, Power Up does support James Gunn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We do not support Kathy Griffin, but we do support James Gunn.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But that must mean the Logan Blu-ray is out May 23rd, dude.
I want the Steelbook.
And so the Guardians, he's already recorded the commentary for Volume 2. Like, it seems like these movies are like a month in the theaters, and then you get them on Blu-ray now.
I like that.
That's the fucking life. Yeah, you kidding me? One step closer to just being able to watch it at home.
Remember VHS?
When they come out in theaters.
That shit used to come out like 7 years after you saw that in the movie.
Yeah.
I would literally see Power Rangers the movie, and then I'd be like, I want to watch that again, and then they'd be like, fuck, we have to go back to the theater. It's in theater for like 3 years.
You would forget. It would come out on video, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember when we saw that.
Yeah. Literally.
That's literally a month after. How long before do you think when movies come out in theaters, they're like, or you can pay whatever to watch it at home?
I don't want that.
I do. Are you fucking kidding me? I would love that.
Oh, I love going to the movies. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
They would make so much money, dude. I love going to the movies too.
Oh, but like do it at like an increased price, you mean?
Even if it's the same price as the tickets.
So like you can go to the movies and buy a ticket for $14, let's say, or you can spend $30 and watch it at home. Do you own the movie at that point, though?
No, it's a rental. It's just like you would, you know, it's out that night. You can stream it day and date digitally.
I feel like the movie industry would die.
The movies is
like the movies. Going to the movies, they would die.
Yeah, for sure.
I would not want that.
I like going to the movies too. I'm just saying it's inevitable. And for these movies that are not like the Guardians, like all of these smaller movies in between, they would make way more money because people who are on the fence who are like, I would see that, but I'm not going to the theater for it. How many times have we said that about like these lesser DC movies or things like we're like, yeah, I would see this. I'm not going to go to the movies for it. You know what I mean? I would rent those that night, hands down.
I see a lot of bullshit.
But not everybody has the time. I wake up real early, so I don't go to the movies on Tuesday nights. But I would rent them from home. No problem. No questions. I definitely would.
I believe it was Fifth Harmony who once said, you can work from home.
I don't know how soon that'll happen, but that will happen eventually.
I don't want that to happen.
It's going to happen, dude.
I don't like it.
It's happening.
It made me sad.
One day. I like going to the movies too, personally. But
I just love the atmosphere of the movie theater.
I do too. I like the big ass screen.
I love the popcorn. I like the stupid people that clap at the end. I love.
See, I could do without
everything about the movies is so much fun. Like my favorite experience ever going to the movie theater was seeing Get Out.
Yes.
That was a crazy, bonding, amazing experience to watch with random strangers, and the person next to me I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
But
like
there are a lot of folks like me who are like, I don't want to fucking deal with people having to turn their phones on. Every fucking movie theater is the first time anyone's been in the movie theater who owns a phone. They don't understand that you're not supposed to take your phone out during the movie. You would eliminate them. You would eliminate the fucking kids that are crying or screaming or don't understand they're supposed to be quiet. You would eliminate the people talking. All this fucking nuisances around you. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Shut your lights out in your room. Watch the movie. Quiet.
What was the movie we saw together where that old homeless man slept next to me the whole time?
It wasn't Doctor Strange.
It was a superhero movie though, right?
It wasn't La La Land. Civil War?
Maybe Civil
War.
Yeah, a homeless man fell asleep next to me.
We got to go to the movies when you come.
Yes, that's our tradition.
I don't really care what we see. I just want to go.
I feel like we see The Circle with Emma Watson.
No,
and John Boyega's in that.
No, I have no interest in that movie. The one with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
They're like, The Circle is everything. The Codex technology.
Yeah.
Pass. Hard pass.
I want to see
I'll
it.
see something. I'm not seeing that shit.
Okay.
Number 7. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that long-standing rumors that Anya Taylor-Joy, from Split, she was the main girl in Split.
I love her.
She's great.
A lot.
And Split was great. And
Split
Maisie
was
Williams,
I have wet flock.
from Game of Thrones, of course, are officially joining Josh Boone's The New Mutants movie.
What is this?
It is an X-Men film about the New Mutants. The New Mutants are like the Teen Titans of the X-Men. So it seems like it would be right up your alley, in fact. Especially with this cast so far. The two have been cast,
the cast is doing things to me.
as Magic and Wolfsbane, respectively.
Oh my god, I love that.
I had an image, but I didn't put it in because XSplit, I'm afraid that it'll break everything. But they look exactly what they sound like.
Alien Covenant comes out when I'm...
Oh, that's the one.
So I feel like we have to see that.
Do you like Alien?
I love Alien.
Okay.
And my girl's in it. The main girl I love.
That's a done deal because Jen won't want to see that. And I really want to see that.
So
Sweet.
excited.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
I love you.
I love you so much.
Oh my god.
And that's the story. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm not that familiar with the New Mutants. The names of these characters.
I like the way you set it up for me.
Yeah.
They're the Teen Titans of the X-Men.
Pretty much.
So I like that. And I like the cast so far. I love those two gals.
Yeah.
Maisie Williams is my fucking girl.
She's coming up, dude.
I love her.
She's coming up big time. She's using that Game of Thrones trajectory to her best. Talking about this Last of Us.
She's Emma Watson.
Not getting into the New Mutants. Yeah, she's gonna be up there for sure.
Who do you think was the most successful person to ever come from an established franchise and then make a career? I feel like Emma Watson.
As a
went
child
from
actor?
Hermione to Belle.
I'm confused with the rules of this question. Like as a child actor?
Like any actor that came from an established franchise but then made something else of their career because of that franchise. Like the first appearance was for the franchise, but now they have a established career because they knew them from that. I feel like Emma Watson.
Out of everyone, no way.
Who else?
I have to think. There's so many franchise movies.
Chris Evans made films before. Robert Downey Jr. made films before. They weren't as big, but like they were still in shit. Like Emma Watson was literally no one. No one.
Yeah.
Harry Potter was her first acting role.
Well, she was a child. She was like fucking...
Perks of Being a Wallflower. Yeah, but Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Bryant, they both did stuff before Harry Potter, but it just didn't take off.
Right. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
I feel like if Emma Watson could become Belle from Beauty and the Beast, that's the dream.
I definitely think there are people who have had way bigger careers from appearing in a franchise role than Emma Watson as Belle. 100%. I just don't know. I have to think. There's so many franchise movies. It's impossible to figure that out right now.
My brain also went to Johnny Depp, but I like a lot of his movies before Pirates, so.
No, what? Johnny Depp was a huge actor before Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like
me?
I only started recognizing the actor through Pirates.
Well, that's you, and you were young, yeah.
That's what I mean. But that's why I took him out of the equation. I was originally going to say him, but then I'm like, no, like I watched a bunch of his... Now that I'm older, like I've watched some of his older movies. There was one about the cocaine deal. I love that one.
Oh, yeah, dude. Johnny Depp, that's what I'm saying. I forget sometimes...
That he was in so much.
A lot of the times, no, that our age difference is what it is. Yeah. Because things would have been very different, but... Yeah, I mean, this guy, if you look at his IMDb, first of all, Edward Scissorhands, he was in the...
Oh, I love that movie.
He was in the original 21... Jump Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Freddy Krueger film. He was in Platoon. Crybaby was super popular. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Jesus Christ. Johnny Brasco. Sleepy Hollow. Blow, which is the movie you were talking about, which is a great movie.
Yes, that's such a good film.
These were all before the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's a bunch of other ones as well. So, yeah, that's definitely... That's definitely our age difference showing because he was huge.
I wish the new Pirates movie was coming out when I was coming to see you.
Me too. I'm actually really fucking excited for that.
Me too.
People shit on Pirates.
I love Pirates.
Every Pirates movie is fucking fun. So
much fun.
You just need to
I love that.
Put your little critic pens away and just enjoy the movie.
And then put your pinky finger to the moon. Hey. What y'all trying to do?
I'm excited for Pirates. Real excited
for Pirates. How did we get on this?
I don't know, but we could also watch the Pirates movies on like Blu-ray or something.
Yes.
I fucking love Pirates, dude.
Dean and I established a list of films that we've seen together, and it's my new favorite list to add to.
Yeah, and it's gonna grow exponentially shortly.
Yes.
Speaking of the Pirates soundtrack, to just really derail the show, there's a YouTube video of Hans Zimmer and his orchestra live at Coachella. They perform this medley of the Pirates of the Caribbean score, and they start it from like this like slower, like you'll recognize every song they play from the Pirates movie, and they make you fucking wait, dude. And they play everything they do is great. Every part of this piece is like beautiful, and it's directly from the movie, and you're like, this is fucking awesome. The whole time you're waiting for like the fucking song to drop. And they just tease and make you wait until the very end, and they fucking drop it hard. And it's like the most fucking amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like we need to watch that together, too.
We will. I have it saved on my watch later list because it blew me away. It's fucking awesome.
Wow.
We should probably finish the news, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Our final story today and our topic of the week, FXX has announced a series order with Marvel TV and FX Productions for an untitled Deadpool series. The series will be an animated adult action comedy adaptation of the character, with Donald Glover and Stephen Glover serving as the showrunners.
Those Glovers, they're getting into mad shit lately.
Donald Glover, I think, writer and producer of, what is that show called? Atlanta?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that right? So he's coming up, man. He's involved in a lot of cool stuff. Going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's doing it. He's out there.
Who is he in Spider-Man Homecoming?
Don't know, but I know he's in it.
Oh.
Yeah, because everyone rallying for him to be, Miles, like, got him connected to the Marvel people, and so he's in.
Yeah. Can someone rally for Dean and I to be in a movie?
Fuck yeah, you kidding me? But, dude, his next slate of... Okay.
If you could be in one movie that's coming out, what movie? Spider-Man?
100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just to interact with Spider-Man in some way. Just to be like, I acted in a scene in Spider-Man with Spider-Man.
Even if it was like you spilling your coffee or
yeah, that's fine. Whatever. If I could just be like... Even if I could just be one of those douchebags on the street of, like, Brooklyn that's like, oh, it's Spider-Man! I fucking love it.
Please, somebody make that happen for Dean.
I would love it so much.
That's my dream for you.
He voiced...
Hey, yo, it's Spider-Man!
I go, Spidey, yeah! He voiced Miles in the Ultimate Spider-Man television show. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. That's one connection he already had.
Oh my god, I want that for you so bad.
Thank you. I do too.
I feel like that's what I get you for your wedding.
Also, so yeah, he did Atlanta, acted in, wrote and produced the show.
Atlanta was big too.
Yeah, people liked it.
I never saw it, but it's supposed to be really good.
So he voiced Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse, in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. It was a part series. I didn't know that. So maybe that was his connection to Spider-Man.
You know what they say?
Tell me.
Keep running those miles, Miles.
And then coming up after Atlanta, he will be in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's playing Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars anthology film.
That shit's fucked up.
And then he's voicing Simba in the Lion King live action movie. So he's fucking crushing it. And now he's going to have this adult Deadpool series.
Imagine that IMDb credits list. Spider-Man Homecoming,
Crazy.
Star Wars, A Star Wars Story, Han Solo, whatever the fuck they call it. And then The Lion King.
Yeah.
At that point, do you just kill yourself? Because, like, what? It's only going to go downhill.
And he has a stand-up comedy career, and he has a rapping career. So like,
his raps are pretty good, too.
People really
Have
like
you listened to any of it?
No, I gave it a shot. I wasn't really into his kind of style, but people like him a lot, I know. Some people...
I'm not a huge fan of him either, but he is good.
Some people knew him as Childish Gambino, which is his rap name, if you're not aware.
Yeah.
Before they knew him, like, from anything else.
That's how I knew him first.
Somebody mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, Donald Glover. And they're like, who? And I'm like, he's a stand-up comedian. And they were like, he does comedy? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know he even rapped. I just knew he was a fucking stand-up comedian.
Yeah. I only knew him as Childish Gambino, and then all this stuff came out about the movies, and I was like, holy fuck, that's the same person.
Did you watch... You didn't watch Community?
No.
Oh, Community's funny, dude.
The
first couple seasons, anyway, are really great. But, yeah, so Deadpool, adult action comedy animated series coming to FXX. What do you think about this?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Unfortunately,
like it's weird. Like I want to be more excited about it, but like I'm not like the crazy like Deadpool diehard guy that everybody else turned out to be after they saw one movie. So
yeah. Oh damn, dropping shade. But I agree with you.
I mean, I just feel like that movie was way overblown.
I agree with you.
Way overblown.
Now,
like,
I think it was a great movie.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I rated it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was a great film. I laughed almost the whole way through. Mm-hmm. Thought Ryan Reynolds' performance as Deadpool was phenomenal, but like not as big as it should have been. I know, or other way around.
Yeah.
Not as big of a deal as they made it.
I agree. I think the movie was great. I think Ryan Reynolds deserves all the credit in the world for making such a...
They touted it like it was like a Dark Knight film.
Yes, a little bit. And I think that, I mean, granted, it's a different tone, but the way they spoke of it was like, this movie is changing superhero movies. And I'm like, it's really not. But...
Yeah, people wrote about it like it was literally gonna be the turn of the superhero genre. I'm like, what is this movie? I saw it and I'm like, it was fun and I enjoyed it.
I had a great time. I own it.
But I was like, this is not as phenomenal as people are making it out to be. It was no Logan. It was no The Dark Knight. It was
like I was saying, Ryan Reynolds deserves all the credit in the world for not only his super accurate portrayal of Deadpool, but getting this movie finally off the ground after fighting so hard.
Yeah, he fought
and for
so
it being as good as it was. It's a great movie. But yeah, I don't understand where all these Deadpool like fanboys come. The only Deadpool fan I knew of, like hardcore Deadpool fan before this, was Rick.
Yeah.
So everyone else just kind of jumped on this Deadpool bandwagon, and now we're getting this animated series. I personally think it's a little too much. I related Deadpool in a conversation with Rick to that friend that you have in like high school. That's like, let's go drink, let's go party, let's go drink.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, cool. Like, and then you're all about it. You're like, yeah, party, let's party. But then like Sunday rolls around. You're like, hey man, like, can we just watch a movie today?
Yeah, bring it down. Yeah,
like, no, let's go fucking party. And like,
literally.
It's too much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He's not a movie I can rewatch either.
No.
I've seen it once since it was in the theater.
It's that character that is like great.
It's a lot. It's like
doses.
me as a superhero, and I'm a lot to him.
Yeah, but that's the point. Even you are like sometimes like, I'm just trying to chill out today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
Deadpool
I mean. Yeah, Dean knows the
is always at 13, and a lot of that. So like, we have 2 movies confirmed already before the sequel was even made.
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
Now an animated series that's like cartoon version of him is probably going to be turned up to fucking level 20. It's a lot of
I picture it like an anime.
Yeah, like it's a lot of that character.
It's like, I shall kill you now. There's like glowing beams behind him.
So I don't know.
Deadpool would work really well as an anime, I feel.
Yeah, probably. But it's cool.
Me and you need to watch 2 things when I come.
What?
1, Pokemon.
Okay.
2, Teen Titans.
Pass. I have no interest in Teen Titans.
No!
I'm sorry. I like Young Justice. That's it, though.
And we're playing. We're probably not going to watch anything. Injustice is going to be out.
That's very likely.
Yeah.
But I think I'm excited for. If you're excited, I'm happy for you. This is cool for superheroes in general.
I don't mean to hate on your shit.
And I think it's a cool idea that there can be an adult cartoon still and one that's about something so popular in the Marvel Universe. That's great. But what I really want to talk about before we go is, do you think that animated series for Marvel and DC shows on cable are still a viable thing? Is it worth the time? And if so, what are some
the ones that have come out recently?
Well, if so, what characters do you think would also work well? Because I think, well, I'm not like, I'll check this out for sure, but while I'm not thinking Deadpool is necessarily like needed, I think that the idea of an adult like cartoon based around like a Marvel or DC property is a good idea.
Well, yeah.
So what do you think about, do you think that there's like room for this on cable television, and what characters do you think would be also good for this kind of a treatment?
Well, Young Justice is already killing the game, and now that's coming back, thank God. That's one of my favorite adult cartoons, maybe one of my favorite cartoons ever. I just love that series so much. I think X-Men would do very well in an adult cartoon.
Yeah, probably.
Especially if you did it like very mature, very gritty. I think what works really well in a cartoon is a team dynamic. Like, I feel like when you focus on one person, like, you crave for that person to be adapted into live action. But if you go about it and you cameo the bigger people, like, I think the reason Young Justice works so well is because you get to see the whole Justice League, but they're not the focus of the show. So, like, they pop in and out, and you're like, oh, cool, Batman's there. And, like, oh, cool, Black Canary's their fucking teacher. Like, cool little nods like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's about the Young Justice team, and you don't necessarily crave them in live action because you have those characters voiced by specific people who fit those roles because you're getting introduced to them in a way.
Right.
So I feel like, especially if they were to like reboot Wolverine as a character, I feel like their best route would probably be to do it as like an animated series.
I was gonna say the perfect opportunity for this. Now, I think this is totally a viable thing, and I think shows like Archer have proved that adult cartoons on cable
Archer's
network
the fucking dude.
Totally work. I haven't gotten
and South
into,
Park even too.
And South Park as well, yeah.
Archer, I'm catching up with the newest season, just dropped on Netflix.
I never got into Archer, but everybody loves it. So I think that is proof, and that's on FX, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's your proof, and probably the reason why this Deadpool cartoon will exist. That it definitely can work. And you took the words out of my mouth, dude. So Logan and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is dead. They're not going to be able to touch that character for a while.
No.
What a perfect way to give him life and keep him in people's minds. That to have like a Logan cartoon, even if you could do it, it doesn't necessarily have to be funny, but like you can do a lot of things with an old man Logan as a cartoon.
Yeah.
And if it was funny, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think a Logan.
I think you should do it comedically.
Yeah, I think so too. I do.
Because then I think you totally separate yourself from what the film was going for. You know what I mean?
I think in terms of...
I think a bitter old man drunken Logan is like comical.
It would be fucking
like, that
hilarious.
sounds so cool.
Yeah. I think Batman, the animated series, was so close to being for adults. Yeah. And it was so dark for a cartoon that you may as well just go full balls and do like an adult Batman series.
Well, Batman is the most mature, I think, of all superhero tales.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, because it's just so brutal.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I think he resonates so well with people too. And he's not a superhero. Like at the end of the day, like he's a hero. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing super about him. He's just a dude.
Yeah,
that's highly trained and wealthy as fuck, but he's just a dude.
Yeah,
but he's a fucking awesome dude, and that's why I adore him. Batman would work very well.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy would work well as an adult cartoon as well.
They have them in a cartoon currently, and that's on Disney XD.
It's like a shitty like children's thing. Yeah. I'm talking about like an adult like ensemble, like more for mature audiences only. But that will tarnish kind of what that brand is meant to be for and represent.
I wish they would do another Teen Titans cartoon, but now we're getting Teen Titans live action. So
yeah, well you'll get Young Justice season 3.
That's true. That's close.
And
to
Teen Titans live action. So best of both worlds.
I still have to go to Kiss Cartoon and watch Teen Titans, especially the Terra storyline. It's my favorite.
They changed that, by the way. Oh, for our audience members, if anyone used Kiss Cartoon, you could find it by trying to go to the old link, but it's now kisscartoon.io, as well as kissanime.io instead of ME. They changed it for some reason.
Deal with that.
It all still set up the same. It all works the same. It's just for some reason they changed their server.
What does that stand for?
I don't know what ME stood for.
Me.
That's not what it meant though. But everything's still there. I watched Planet Hulk on there recently.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Do we have a DC animated film that we have to watch together?
I watched.
Yes, Judas Contract.
I watched it. It wasn't that good.
Okay, so we have to watch Judas Contract and Bad Blood.
I'll sit with you while you watch it. I didn't really like Judas Contract much though. But I would sit through it if you want to see it. I will watch Bad Blood for sure.
Yeah.
I like how we're just going over our agenda on the show this episode.
I'm just too excited to see him. I'm sorry.
I'm very excited too. It's hard to contain. It's been a long time.
It's the only thing that literally got me through my death week.
Yeah.
And then my job was like, oh my god, like you're leaving.
And you're off right now, right? You're on vacation?
Correct.
Nice, dude.
I had to take off for Injustice. Yeah.
I'm very excited for Injustice.
Me too.
I think we pretty much did. Honorable mention. I think an adult Incredible Hulk series where he's stuck as the Hulk the whole time would be really funny.
That'd be sad.
I like the idea though. I like the idea if he was like the Incredible Hulk, but he couldn't transform back to Banner, or if they were separated like they sometimes get in the comics, and he's like tired of being the Hulk, and he wants to live like a normal life, but like he's still the Hulk. So like picture the Hulk, picture the Incredible Hulk, sounding like the Incredible Hulk and looking like him, but he lives in like a suburban house, and he has like normal ass neighbors
like
that are like Morning Hulk, and he's like smashing their car on the way into his house and stuff. That could be a funny adult series, I think.
I would like that.
I think that's all I got.
I really want Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Especially because I just want the music from that.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out to Volume 2's music.
Did you play the Telltale episode yet?
I have not. I'm waiting for that one, I think.
I played it. It was cool. I liked it way more than I thought I would.
My next Telltale series is The Walking Dead. I'm going to buy the physical disc and play the whole season.
The episode 5 is still not out yet, but it's not very good. I was disappointed.
That's sad.
1 and 2 were the best ones. Episode 3 and 4 were like, not very good.
Yeah.
But that'll about do it for our top of the week. Let us know what you guys think about the Deadpool news and what animated series you might think are really cool in the comments below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. We would really appreciate that. Make sure you guys write in with questions to us at powerup@thelevelupnetwork.com, and we will answer them. Big credit to Superhero Hype and ComingSoon.net for all of our news. That's where we get it. That's where you guys should go to. Again, we don't break the news. We just kind of interpret it. So all the credit goes to those websites. And make sure you guys tune into our Twitch channel this week. We'll be streaming Injustice 2 on Tuesday. We will have a 12-hour long stream this Sunday with Greg live.
You're getting a lot of Dean and Greg here.
Oh, yeah. Greg's going to be with us in person. And the stream will go from noon on Sunday, Eastern time, all the way in through midnight. So
I'll be kissing Dean the entirety of all these streams.
That stream is going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of cool stuff planned. So make sure
I just want you to hold me.
That's done. Consider it done.
Perfect.
This has been episode 74 of Power Up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like these videos, share them with your friends. We would really appreciate it if you do. Get audio versions at soundcloud.com/levelupnetwork. And of course, go to patreon.com/levelupnetwork for just $1 or more to support us and get all kinds of perks and goodies.
Just one episode. I just want to fly out of the screen.
And we will see you for episode 75 live on twitch.tv/levelupshow this Sunday.
Wait. Before we end.
Yeah. This is not easy. Go this way. Hold on. We're gonna do this. I gotta go this way.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Form of a dick.
Shape of semen.
Nerds. Oh my god, that might be the nerdiest thing we've ever done. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you for episode 75. Take care. Power up.
Power up.